Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns and welcome to the Majora's Mask MoonCrash ADR Tournament 2021. Still the longest name of a tournament in our current schedule because it's not ADR, it's all dungeons restricted and then it gets really long. Whatever. Welcome to the tournament. Welcome to Losers Bracket round number 6 and welcome to the matchup between Ki9698 and Tuerkenheimer. Without further ado, because we are basically right on time to start the match, let's switch over and let's hand it to our two commentators, to Greg and to Nova. Take it away, it's all yours.
Hey guys, happy afternoon, morning, evening, wherever it is where you are. I'm Greg or Gerg. Got some really exciting Majora's Mask ADR for you.
Hey everyone, I'm Nova, and I hope you're having a nice evening and you're going to enjoy the tournament. And today we're going to commentate two good runners on ADR, so let's see how it goes.
This is far already. We're in losers semifinals, so only like 3 rounds essentially, 4 if there's a bracket reset.
Yeah, so we might see some good level then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, and they're... Wait, is the file name? They're both going with Kai?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, Kai is going to have a bit of a change because last time, for the last round, he had to run in English.
Yeah.
So
English ADR.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And you could see that they weren't exactly accustomed to it because they didn't think of resetting as much. Because
yeah, it's
in Japanese
very
it's
weird.
slower, right?
For which part?
Resetting in Japanese usually is slower than. Or I might be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think or not necessarily resetting. I thought the text is I'm trying to remember the first time we would see it is after basically like Happy Mask Salesman cutscene skip. We see either a reset or you just continue on, and usually it comes down to, I want to say, it's a little bit, it's only like 2 seconds or anything to do that. But okay, we got synchronized up. The main reason why English ADR is so funny is because in ADR you're like doing all of this setup, and one of the biggest setups you can do is getting the hook shot. It lets you just clear the temples a lot quicker. It also gives you a bit of a head start for the egg collecting. Because you're going to have to do that because one of the things that's restricted is your egg dupes. But in English, getting the hook shot's just so different because like the main exploit that we take advantage of is that the pirate actually won't see you at night in Japanese. We used to think it was because like her eyesight was worse, but it turns out she was 1 pixel farther back in Japanese at night, and that was the only reason you could enter that door.
Oh, so that's why.
Yeah, so random.
Yeah, that's so tiny of a difference, but yet it changes everything.
Completely. So we saw before, like, you'd have to go up and then use a cutscene skip in order to skip, like, the beehive, just in order to, again, like, clear the hookshot room, get the hookshot. It's just a crazy... You have to do a lot of routing on the fly when doing it. So this is a more, like, tried and true JP-ADR route.
Yeah, so and they're playing on the terrain they know.
Yes.
It's going to go a bit faster than last time, actually.
Hopefully we won't see a soft lock either.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. There's something very funny about watching 2 skull kids just being very like, what? No, I didn't steal that at the same time.
Totally wasn't me, or the other.
Oh, I think Tuerkenheimer actually made that emote, not me, where it's literally the skull kid hiding the ocarina behind his back.
Yeah, truly made it.
That's so excellent.
Yeah.
It's a great emote.
Okay, so now we're going to see soon the first movements.
Yeah, we're gonna see first logs.
First
logs. Truly in chat.
Oh, hey, Truly.
Both going for backwalk to start. and I want to see if they're gonna do the short, basically like pop up
Yeah, the
on the
second
third
log
log.
skip. Oh,
Ooh, he fell. Kai fell.
guy fell.
All right, that's some time loss already.
Oh man.
It's a race, though. I mean, 7-8 seconds. That's like that could be 3 missed pauses, in any kind of trick. So we'll see. We'll see how it all evens out.
Can easily come back if Turk makes some mistakes.
First big possible, kind of like trick that we're gonna see after these cutscenes is HMS skip, Happy Mass Salesman skip, and basically if you miss that, that's gonna be 45 seconds just for the cutscene, as well as if you had any other time you tried to use trying to get it. So that'll be the biggest, like the first big moment.
Yeah, that's the first big one. I hope they will be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a harsh time loss if you can't make it.
Absolutely. And it's one you don't want. It's definitely not free time, but you want to start out your run. It's part of the reason why you see more advanced runners just reset. You don't want to deal with that 45-second time loss, but believe me, as you're learning, or I mean in a race, it's not the end of the world.
It's not, but sometimes it's almost a minute, and a minute can be very precious.
Yeah. But you can make mistakes that can add up to it as well.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just it's easy. You can just get it over with, just be like, okay, time to do the next run.
even more today because it's a race, so it adds a bit more stress on the people.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the second trick we're going to see very soon is if they go for the higher flower or the second flower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. That's a relatively newer time save. I say relatively. Like, it was newer for me, but that was back in, 2017, 2018?
Oh, yeah.
First time by, I want to say, the sausage who figured that out.
A while back, let's say.
Didn't feel that long. But it was.
It saves what?
Half a second.
Yeah.
It's a half second of time save, which, again, for first cycle, which you have to do every single time, it adds up.
I wonder who is going to pick what rupee round. Are they...
I imagine it'll be the same, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's definitely more optimal to just go out to determine a field as, time's going.
Oh, and Turk got it first, right? And Kai as well. Okay.
Very nice. We'll see another small optimization where Turken is. Right now, you could get a text skip by side hopping directly into this flower. Dan Turken got it. Very nice. Ah, Kai missed it.
Kai missed it.
That's like a second. Which is time, but there are so many mistakes that could add up to so much more time in this game. They can be very punishing.
Seconds and seconds can add up to minutes.
Absolutely. But so here, we're climbing up the sewer to get to the door. Let's just give a quick explanation for how cutscenes work in MM. It requires 2 frames, consecutive frames, in order to activate a cutscene. So we are pause buffering 1 frame at a time as we backwalk to this door, and this backwalk strat's relatively new. Ideally, you can do it in 10 pauses. And then once you press the door open and you hear that noise, you just let go. Turken, very nice.
Yeah,
Not too many
got
extra
it very
ones.
fast.
And Kai...
Kai is going
I'd
a
love
bit
for him to get
slower,
it.
but...
Yes, but he still got
too.
it. Exactly. And that one's always better. Like, a few extra pauses could be like 6 seconds, it's basically like 2 seconds a pause, I'd say. But you need to miss a lot of pauses in order to add up to the 45 seconds lost from watching that cutscene.
Yes. So now they're going to add to... Let's see if I remember my routes. Are they going to go already in Terminal Fields or going directly to skip to day 3?
They're going to skip directly to day 3.
Mhm.
They're going to go to Grandma or not.
I think we have some technical problems.
How to make it night 3. And that's just, first cycle is you just got to let it run. It's just the way it works right now. The only person who has discovered a way, well, first of all, Tuerkenheimer, the runner on the right, did uncover and work on a first cycle skip. However, it only works with Ace, which is definitely a glitch that is quite large and definitely is restricted in this category. Yeah, Ace arbitrary code execution is as strong as it gets.
It's very powerful. I think it's thanks to that you can go directly to the moon, I think.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
If you do it right.
You can. We used to do Ace. Wow, how do they both do that side hop backflip? That's funny. The side hop is the fastest strat when leaving Grandma's room, but the camera can get a little weird. But yeah, so at the moment, what the any % route does is you basically go to North Clocktown, right, when you spawn, and you do this heap setup, which is very complicated and requires some pause RNG, I want to say. And that allows you to take off the mask by putting on Goron mask, and you also get Fierce Deity mask and Hookshot. Use Hookshot in order to do... You roll to the swamp, the Woods of Mysteries, I think we call it. Because it's not the Lost Woods. It's, and then you're able to use that Hookshot in order to do a Warp SRM, a Grotto SRM, to go to the moon, and you have Fierce Deity. Before that, it was the Observatory Credits Warp, which, is even more powerful than a moon warp. It just goes straight to the credits, but... This any % route's really fun to watch, at least. I like fighting Majora. So shoutouts to Tuerkenheimer for finding that and working on that. As well, shoutouts to Mr. Cheese for working on it, too.
Shout out to them, because it might not be easy to find things like that.
Seems so complicated, honestly. Like, being able to understand the game as well as playing it is... it's a respectable skill, because, believe me, it is so deep both ways.
Oh, totally. Okay, so now we're going to see another trick, which is going to backwalk against the guard, which usually doesn't let you pass unless you're human. But
oh no,
it has a slight gap, which lets you pass if you backwalk against them. Just like that. Kai got it faster than Turk, sadly.
Turken got into, so he tried to do his camera setup. He accidentally got inverted cam, and he tried to rock with it, and he wasn't able to get the true backwalk. So he actually, time evened out just from that, believe it or not. That's what you're saying. Seconds add up, but seconds can shed out of nowhere.
I mean, he lost a few seconds while trying to leave the inn, because he spinned instead of opening the door.
Kai also had that problem. If Bewildebeest or any beast chatters are in chat, they know about Majora. It's just very hard to open up doors in this game sometimes.
The new boss.
Yeah, the door's the new boss.
Okay, so now they're spinning as quick as possible toward each patch of grass to make the most rupees possible.
Yeah, you want 90 rupees for this category. It's evening out. Kai had a pretty large rupee lead, but Turken's had slightly better luck for these. And this is pure RNG at this point. These rupee patches are pure RNG. But you need to let time go to midnight, so this is a kind of way to use it at the moment. 69, very nice from Turken.
Nice.
Of course, you want 90, so...
Of course. Yeah, because they need to buy the bomb bag and bomb shoes.
Whoa! Great luck from Tuerkenheimer. He took it in that last patch. Kai will need to get some rupees in the Keaton bush over here in order to make up for it.
Okay, perfect.
So Tuerkenheimer with a slight lead yet again.
Oh, RNG based. The worst one.
So this is required to get magic, which you use magic in order to blow a bubble at Skull Kid, get your ocarina back, and take you back to second cycle. It's also necessary at the moment.
And at that moment, they do another trick, which the game saves in 1 frame, and they reset just as they push the button to save. Or is
Yeah.
it not done in Japanese?
No, it is.
It is.
When we get there, you guys will see it. Where you press yes, and that alone will give you, the send you back in time. Will let you keep the ocarina, so you don't need to watch like the 30-second cutscene plus all the dialogue afterwards. You can just press reset, and then just go back. It doesn't matter in Japanese. I believe you're right that it does take a little bit more time, but I do think it's minor. Since no matter what, we'll be resetting in order to skip a lot of cutscenes right after saving. Not too many spoilers, but keep an eye out for that at temples, if you guys don't know it already.
Oh. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know.
Exciting!
Okay, so now they're going to the possibilities.
Mm-hmm. Turken got a little bit wedged into the corner, so he lost a little bit of time speaking to the banker. It reminds me of a trick called, is it, collect A? Gosh, what was that trick? It's a wallet dupe, but you get on the other side for it. Delayed A? Tuerkenheimer didn't get up there in time, and neither of them did. So the way it works is there's this cutscene that happens, and even though Turken was grabbing on, he needed to initiate climb up. He needed like 1 frame or 2 frames of climb up in order to keep him on there at the start of this cutscene, and he didn't get it. He grabbed onto the ledge with his gainer.
That means he's going to fall down again?
He just won't be up there. He's going to be on the bottom. Yeah, they both will. I'm wrong!
No, he's up there.
Okay. Maybe I didn't hear the audio cue because I don't have audio at the moment, but hey, good to see.
I got it second try, which is still very nice.
And gainers are a bit of a basic trick. It's used even in glitchless. It's essentially a forward-facing backflip, and that's the reason why you're allowed to use it. You're like doing a backflip where you target and you press back A. You let go of target just before it starts, and then you can retarget as you're like higher up.
By letting go of the backward position. I think it's a one frame trick.
Yes, I believe it is frame perfect.
But Turken went into the corner, and the corners are 2 frame.
Correct. Yes, very good distinction. So for the corner, for whatever reason, if you go in there, you get 1 extra frame on it. I really don't know the reasoning behind it, but it is something you'll see a lot of. Not as much in this, but in glitches any %. There are a few areas that you can do that. We'll see gainers in the rest of this run primarily in East Clocktown to get the 100 rupee chest, but that you don't have a possible corner to get to.
Oh yeah, and they have to be in Zora form because it's much taller. Which makes him grab ledges that you cannot grab with any other transformations.
Yep. Yeah, it since otherwise without that gainer, you're supposed to like get the bomber's hideout code. So, play tag or hide and go seek with all the bombers, do that, go to the observatory, look through it, get the moon's tier, and then trade that with the business scrub so you could get use of his flower. But we skip all of that with the gainer. There's also what you can do called a twisted backflip, which is probably easier to someone learning. But yeah, if you're interested in trying that out as a bit of a new first trick, twisted backflips and gainers, that corner especially, are pretty manageable.
And if you manage to do a bit of pause buffering, it becomes very easy.
Yeah, I learned how to pause buffer my gainer. It's definitely not like a great habit because you don't want to have to spend so much time on it. It should be more automatic. But yeah, it can be kind of hard on the hands.
Yeah, at first, buffering your tricks is always better. Just the time to know what inputs you have to give. But
yeah,
sure, unbuffering is always faster.
I think I honestly think that there's a lot of room for both. But I think mentally it's really hard to not just stick with what you're comfortable with.
Cool.
Because I do this for mega flips. I buffer them. Which we'll see later on, it's a bomb trick, but definitely there's sometimes that you want to just be fast, other times you want to be careful.
We saw that Tuerken reset as soon, and Kai as well, as soon as they press yes to save, which make them skip all the flashback with Zelda and everything.
Yep. Oh man, we don't see Zelda? We don't even know why this game is called The Legend of Zelda now. Shucks.
We see her once as she teaches us the Song of Time. And after that, we don't see the second one where she is in. So it's the only time we see Zelda. So
Yeah,
it's the Legend
it's
of
just
Zelda, but once.
I love where this organ comes from. It's just...
You see, it doesn't have the backpack anymore, so it was all crammed in like a Nike organ.
Yeah, true.
It's just fast with assembly. He's speedrunning it.
I think it's just so cool. Happy Mask Salesman is such a weird character. I love this game. Casually and the speedrun.
Oh, totally.
Bye Deku Butler's son. Nice guy. Big fan.
I mean, he can have fan arms, so yes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting you say that. The king has arms, but the rest of the Dekus don't.
The butler has arms.
Yeah, the butler does too. We're gonna need some of those lore authors to work on that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, spoiler, I know, my bad. Look, we're literally speedrunning the game. If you don't know the end, you will in an hour. Ideally an hour.
I think a bit more than that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Unless they're going for the world record.
Yeah, world record is the 1:28:29. Which is a nice time.
Very nice.
There's some more optimizations I want to say, but not too many.
Ah, cutscenes.
Yeah, love my unskippable cutscenes.
Ah, that's one break.
No, well, actually, in Japanese, so there's a big difference. In English, you have to press A at the end of this cutscene in order to clear the last bit. In Japanese, you don't. Which is genuinely a kind of nice perk, because having a long cutscene, you don't want to have to, like, I don't know, do your stuff. Like, you kind of just want to let it run, just get into your zone.
That's
Especially
right.
if you're
And I'm watching a cutscene. I don't want to press A to make it go to the next one.
No. I want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to the cutscene.
Oh, Link is going to get shoot. Oh no, he was already... Oh no! I missed the part where he was getting shaken.
Oh, the ragdoll effect? Here, I got you.
Yes. Now we are going to have our first sequence break. Or are we going to go to the Great Bay immediately?
Exactly.
Oh no! But are they? No, they're going for the bombs first.
Well, yeah,
I'm getting
you have
ahead
to get
of it.
bombs and bomb shoes. But that is the goal, like you're saying, is we're going to be heading over to Great Bay, and essentially we're doing setup in order to give us entry to all three of the temples, or all three of the temples that we're going to be doing immediately. The fourth one, we get the setup for that, but it's not quite all the way. It's really just so much like exposition in this first split. Well, not the Exit Clocktown one, but the Zora Mask, Red Potion, Donata.
Yeah, it's a lot of preparation for everything that is going to come.
Yeah, we take a little while before we get into our first temple, but by the time we do, so much has already been done, where the rest of it just ends up being the temple rush. And I will say also, the temples are some of the most fun things.
I went for the
speedrunning.
guard skip.
Yes. Yeah, he did the recoil, saves you a few seconds from talking to the guard. Turken going for a super slide to get to the fence. He hits it. Kai going for the ISG super slide. Also hits it. Now Turken's going for his ISG. And ISG stands for infinite... Yeah, infinite sword glitch. And it basically lets you... It lets like your sword basically explode with the chew, and lets you hover essentially. Because the way this game works, if you're slashing your sword, you can't fall off. So when you're infinitely slashing and you're shielding that kind of like blown up damage, it lets you literally just hover.
Because the game has in its mind, like if you can swing your sword and shield at the same time, you shouldn't be in the air, so it puts you on a hovering state.
Yeah, you need to have basically 2 explosives, so you won't just snap down to the ground also. So then after that, they do Hesses in order to get to Macau and push him to shore. A Hess is a hyper-extended super slide, basically using explosion with your roll time to deal with some roll invincibility, and then you're holding your stick just outside the dead zone in what's called ESS position. That lets you go very fast. Kai is now setting up for a big cutscene skip, using time stop. There, he got it. Bomb time stop. And then he pushes Macau to shore and leaves the area. Time stop, also an interesting trick. Just going to give all the explanations out of the way. Essentially, you have a cutscene item. Oh, Tuerkenheimer missed it. Pushed him to shore all the way. But, so when you pull Ocarina, time stops, like in-game time. So you can basically like interrupt that. And this one's done by having a bomb just finish blowing up, and then you're shielding and you're pressing the item at the same time. And it could be an ocarina or like a mask. We call them cutscene items.
Right. So sadly, Turken lost his lead with the current
Definitely.
game, sadly.
Yeah, that cutscene is quite long. Macau takes so long to walk up to shore. It could definitely come back though. We have so many cutscenes to skip. Like
Yeah.
we watch a good amount of cutscenes, but we skip a lot. That's a cool thing.
Majora's Mask, the cinematic experience.
It is. It's oh man, I'm actually like watching First Cycle. There are times when I'm really impressed by the camera angles that they choose. It's very creative. It really is. It's a very cool.
Narration in this game is very nice, but yet lets a lot of place to imagination.
Yeah, it's so creative. Scorsese, if he saw this, if he played this game, he'd be like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
Okay, so Kai is going to pick up the mask. We are also going to witness Link bury a man.
Yeah. He does the here, we'll wait for it. Dude, these cutscenes, I've seen it so many times. They're so emotional, man. They're so cool. Yeah, Ghostfish playing guitar. And wait for it. Yeah.
There we go.
Built him a grave. Oh, the bow. Dude. I played this game when I was 6.
Press F to pay respect.
It explains actually so much.
So now they're going to go around to activate most of the old statues.
Exactly. Yeah, so the first trick actually is getting up on this ledge. In English, you could just climb it. In JP, you can't. So you have to time a dolphin dive like this, and Kai got it. So we hit both of the owl statues in Great Bay, and then we do some really fun out-of-bound work. Okay, and Tuerkenheimer's changing the order. He's trying on Deku Mask first, and then putting on Zora Mask to skip that transformation cutscene. Or, you know, the one where you put on and take on all of, like, these ghost burdens and have to do what they could never have done. It's painful. It's clearly quite a lot, but, you know, we're trying to go fast. We don't need to watch it. Yeah, we get it. You're in a lot of pain. But we gotta go fast.
So what transformation making look like a vampire? Kind of?
Yeah, a little bit. It's because fish guy looks pretty weird, just like anatomically.
But yeah, Zora is definitely a weird bunch.
Oh, Kai, he's going for this ledge grab skip. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, he's pause buffering it, and he got it.
Got it. Nice.
I actually love that one. It's very classic. So now he's gonna hover. Should be gonna mega flip after this one more. Yeah. This is kind of like the big, kind of like the run killer at the beginning. In any percent NMG, you have Swamp Gossips, which is definitely more difficult than this, but we have in ADR a Fairy Fountain alternate exit. Turken also going for this ledge grab skip, by the way. Unbuffered? Didn't get it.
Yeah, what Kai is going for there is going out of bounds in the Great Fairy Fountain, and he's going to go in another Fairy Fountain that is not loaded.
Yeah, so, and you can tell when it happens. The 4 ones are color coded. So we're in a blue Fairy Fountain now.
And now
Let's see.
Orange, yellow.
Exactly. And where we went is we went from Great Bay to to basically Stone Tower area. This is Ikana Canyon. Going to hit this owl statue, get some bombs first, smart. Would be very bad to do this trick and then not hit that owl statue. I never would have done that, but just speaking hypothetically. And Kai going for a super swim right off of that with a recoil. Very nice. Oh, that's so cool.
Jeez.
It's a super swim.
He's routing very well.
Mm-hmm. And that waterfall takes you naturally, mind you. That's just a regular game mechanic to Woods of Mystery to the swamp. And Turken going for the Fairy Fountain alternate exit now.
Oh, we can see that Kai is going for the S in the forest.
It looks good so far. He got the angle change. Yeah, perfect.
Which I learned not so long ago that it's not random. I thought it was, but it's based on the day for the path of the forest.
Yeah, in fact, it is. That's such an important thing because depending on the route you do, you could kind of mix it all together. So in any percent NMG, you do it on day 2, where so like the English route basically, and that allows you. It brings the witch even closer to where you are, so you can talk to the one who's injured and then just do another Hess or just walk over, roll over to get the bottle right away, and you could save some time that way.
Ooh.
At least I think that's intended. Maybe it's just a routing side effect, but
That's possible. I wouldn't know, sadly.
also in SRM you need to have it on day 2 because there is a grotto that's loaded, and you can do a warp SRM using that grotto. But you need to make sure that you don't load the witch, because if the witch is in there, it will kill your heap.
Oh.
So there's a way to basically not look at the witch or not look at that building. Oh, Turken got hit. Until you're already past the area. But Turken also going for the Hess. He needs to do his angle change here. Oh wait, he just unbuffered angle changed!
Wow.
What a monster.
Sadly got hit by the bug. Oh.
Yeah, he accidentally retargeted, I think, or he targeted the turtle, maybe, might have done it, but it looks like he got the untarget after. Dude, so Turken was originally an N64 runner, so I think he learned maybe his unbuffered ESS changes from that.
Oh.
It's not easy. Oh, it cannot climb this ladder!
Oh.
There we go.
No, Kai is going to
Very nice.
keep behind. Wow. That was
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very nice one you could do. Basically just lining up that platform with when your bomb explodes. So you put 2/3 of the way out of the tunnel. Yep, and he's able to just do that. It's a very, very fast, when you're starting out with potion already acquired. Because normally if you do Swamp Gossips, you would come in from the back way anyway.
Now we're going to see. Is he going to? Yes. So we didn't get to say it for Kai, but they're going for a Hess with Zora. But I didn't get it.
Yeah, Tuerkenheimer, I love that Zora Hest. Unfortunately, he didn't land it, though. But good tricks to go for. He understands, understands the risk and reward of these things.
Yeah, I think you can maybe try it 2 times before it gets you some time loss.
Yeah, I just don't know if it comes down to explosive counts.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it could also be with hearts. Here's a very easy area to die, and I'm kind of worried about Turkin right now because he got really messed up trying to backwalk. Oh, just barely. Just barely. But that place sucks to die. So yeah, imagine if he took another extra, or he failed maybe and he got hit by the bomb instead of the iframes.
Oh my god, yes.
Yep, they both do that Zora clipping to get past the guards.
It's the flip they do as Zora is like it's the Zora jump slash, right?
So it's a jump slash. It's an A, but you're holding A and B, and basically, as you do your jump slash, you're aiming with your fins immediately afterwards, and that pushes you forward. And it's really big for clipping in the pillar in Woodfall.
Oh no!
He should be fine still. He should be able to pop up. This game's really weird. There are things called pop-ups, which is like you basically look like you're at his level or at the level of the platform. Like you wouldn't make it in, but in fact, it's enough in the recognition that it pushes or pops him up. I don't really know how it works, but it's very, very good to use.
Indeed. I thought it was a time loss there, but he actually just saved it, so...
No, he got the time loss from, I mean, a little bit in the Hess, and then he failed the Zora Hess, but not too much.
Yeah, the Great Bay was harsh on Turken.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah, I always like to go, like, even if I really am slow with my bomb time stop or have to swim a little bit in the water in order to push Macau in, I really don't want to watch that cutscene. It is so long, man.
So long, he's agonizing.
Yeah. It's like, come on, it's literally just a dying fish walking up the beach for 40 seconds or whatever it is. It's sad, but it's like, man, come on, I got someplace to be. So Kai is now going to be going up to another owl statue, the one for Woodfall Temple, and we're going to see another cutscene skip. This one will be Woodfall Rising cutscene skip. We did all of this work to get the Sonata of Awakening, and that's required in order to raise the temple from the swamp. But you can pause and then soar out if you do it, frame perfectly, in order to skip that and just immediately go to your next destination. Before that, though, we actually have to do bottle duping. If you want to explain that, Nova.
I would like to, but I'm not familiar enough with the trick to explain.
Okay, that's fine. It's essentially you get these items. We're going to use stick and nuts. You break them or bring it down to 0. You catch an item with your bottle. You do an ESS turn, and as you're kind of like rotating in your circle, you press bottle and then that item, frame after each other. Oh no, Kai did not do it the frame after. He just released the fairy, and now he's going to have to back up his... Wait, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Dude, I need to listen to that audio for that cue. It's really hard.
No. You knew that. You wanted to make the public more invested.
Totally. That's the reason. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they need those extra bottles for later to catch more eggs on the Pirate Fortress and everything.
Yeah, exactly. We're not quite glitchless level where we need to, acquire 3 to 4 eggs legally. Oh, what is... Oh, I think he just missed. I think his spin just went off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So instead, yeah, we give ourselves 4 eggs, but we start out with 3 for now. And the 4th one will be done later using our bombs. The reason for that
when
is...
you collect bombs, your item come back.
Yeah, for all of these things. So with the bottle over it now, or at least while it's empty, you do not want to acquire stick or nuts. Later on, we'll acquire one of the two. We'll acquire stick. But if you were to accidentally like acquire that. We're gonna need that one of the bottles even later afterwards, so we need to be mindful of that. Oh, Kai going for what's called YOLO dives now. We're supposed to get to Pinnacle Rock by basically like freeing the seahorse that shows us the way. But we skip a lot of that, and then at the end we can follow the signs, just since we know the route. We've played this game once or twice.
At least once.
Exactly. Alright, so first sea snake killed. We're gonna kill 3. There are 3 eggs in Pinnacle Rock and then 4 in Pirate's Fortress. Okay, and Turkin's going for the safer strat for his bottle dupes, where he's shuffling in place. And that way, if he misses the input, he wouldn't release his fairy and he'd still be able to try again.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yeah. It's definitely a bit slower, especially if you're having trouble setting up that shuffle. But believe me, in a race, it is faster than missing it and doing your backup behind the lab.
Yes. So, okay, so Kai got 2.
Yep, and Kai should be soaring out here now. Oh no, he has one more egg.
Yeah, he's going to get the last one.
Okay, and Turkin got the cutscene skip there, where you saw him play it, and then as the notes disappeared, he paused, and now next time Turkin visits, the temple will be raised, but he doesn't have to watch that cutscene, which is like 25 seconds or so.
Yeah, around this time.
And Kai will be doing a really fun trick called Ocarina Items right now. He has one more shot to do it. Should still have a shot to do it. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, as long as you don't slash your fins and get rid of the bottle. But the way it works is essentially we're doing bottle duping. That's exact same ESS turn. And then 1 frame after you use a bottle, you press something. But instead of the item you want to dupe over, here we just press B. And instead of like slashing your sword or using your fins, your ocarina comes out sometimes instead, or always instead. I really don't know the mechanics behind it, but it is a really interesting glitch mechanic.
It's fun as well because as human you can play with anything. You can play
with any item and things like that.
You can play with like bomb shoes or bottles.
Yeah.
It's
led to some very good memes. Like I think Dank percent is in OOT is just using OI.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I think there's also they have a KFC percent. Again, it's definitely it's a meme. It's very entertaining and it's very silly, but it's very useful as well.
I didn't even know there was a KFC person.
Yeah, I think that's the one where you get the cucko with like the fire above it with like a burning stick or something. OOT memes are next level, I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
We have Ben percent, which is recreating the Ben drowned. Turkin intentionally getting grabbed by that sea eel to send him down with very fast. I like that strat a lot. You could also do a like an ocarina dive in order to get down here fast, but
I think Ocarina dive is faster.
I think it might be, but it's more punishing if you don't get it.
Mm-hmm. So now Kai just got into the fortress.
Mm-hmm. And
Turkin. We're going to see the next bomb over.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see a hover and then a fun trick in order to get the hook shot early. And Turkin got his ocarina items. Sorry.
Hopefully we will not have any soft lock like last race.
We definitely shouldn't. We're not going for a cutscene skip here with a time stop. So since that's what I believe happened, I didn't see that exact moment, but I believe it was time stop first frame, which is the soft lock.
Yeah, Semp was trapped into the area and couldn't interact with the door or anything.
That sucks. That's so brutal.
Yeah. They had to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because in this game, the only time in the speedrun at least, the only time you save is when you go back in time first cycle.
Exactly. It is very punishing in that way. But it's pretty cool. It's very much like cycle-based speedrunning. And that's the way it even used to be back in like the Game Fact days when it was beating MM in as few cycles as possible. Like this has always been how the game's kind of like been treated a bit.
I think that's a good way to look at it, but
it's built into the game at least.
yes.
Very nice. Okay. So that's called a tank jump. In order to hit it, you put that like bomb that pops up, and then you have to do a tap side hop, which is you side hop while holding left for only 1 frame. And that only 1 frame can be so annoying, especially if you're like new and starting out.
Oh yeah, 1 frame tricks are like harsh when it's on the joystick.
Exactly, and you have to use, an explosive for this, so you only have a finite number of things. But very nice from Kai. And he's actually like pacing his PB, it looks like. I think that's his PB.
Yeah, I think.
Very nice. Like, not perfect, but definitely it's good. He hasn't like missed anything major. Oh, Turkin, don't get caught. Oh, Turkin! Okay, we're fine. If you get caught, you're thrown outside, and it's not the most amount of time, but it's definitely time.
So now, Turkin is going to go for the Yova.
Mm-hmm. And now it's the Mega Flip. And a Mega Flip is, oh good, he's buffering it, smart.
Okay.
It's essentially the kind of, yeah, he got it. It's essentially like that Hess timing, but you're doing a 1 frame hold back. Any more than 1 frame, and you could either get a bad Mega, where your distance is really like cut in half, or you could do it where you don't go back at all. So that's why it's often time you'll see people pause buffer it.
Because I saw that you lose most of your momentum if you... Oh, I skipped the card. Yeah, if you don't do the Mega Flip as good as you should do it, it's going to be a hard time for you.
Yeah. Backing up a bad Mega Flip, which is again when you're holding back for 2 frames instead of 1, can be a real nightmare. It'll take some extra explosives. It can be done, but it makes things harder. Very nice from Tuerkenheimer getting his tank jump as well first try. Oh, and wow, Kai's hitting everything so far. He dropped the 3 bombs leading up to this fight, so he could dupe over his bombs. Basically, you don't need to drain them all. You can just have 3 out at the time, and it'll make this kind of like error sound if you try to drop more. So that's when he's able to dupe over it.
I thought it was just to put it at 0.
No, that's the other time you can. So you could quickly drop 3 bombs. And I actually, like, in my losers bracket race, I forgot about that. So I was just dropping 3 bombs multiple times to drain it to 0, because I didn't realize. But yeah, since you can only have 3 active, it's almost like the game won't let you withdraw anymore, and you can treat it like there is 0 for the intent of duping or things like that.
Right, okay. The things they must not forget is getting the fish in the first tank. It's in the first tank they get the fish, right?
Yeah, you could only get it from it's not the first, it's the second. It's where Turkin is now, because the first one is the one in the hookshot room. Turkin trying to go for this fast tank jump, or it's not even really a tank jump. It's just like skipping the hookshot, so you could do the barrel jump, I guess. It saves you the equip. It ends up definitely saving time. And the fish is nice. The fish you can only do in Japanese. It's too high in English, apparently, to grab.
Okay, so
but
now Kai got all the fish eggs.
Yep. He has all of them now.
Yes.
It was very clean from Kai. His Pirate's Fortress and Pinnacle Rock were all very fast.
So now Turkin is doing the exact same thing. Did it work out? Ah, no, it didn't. Oh, now we got it. Okay.
Nice.
Use the oak shot.
Yeah, at this point, it'll just be smaller things. Getting caught here could be a problem. So the way pirates work is, oh, you can see them turning. They cannot hear rolls and side hops, even though Link is screaming. They also can't hear bomb explosions, but they can hear normal walking. So that's why we do rolls, and then we're immediately doing that. And Turken also got where you're dropping the fish immediately, so it saves you that time later, because you're going to have to watch that cutscene regardless. It's just basically bundling the two. Both of them getting it. Like, it's pretty clean overall.
She's not nice. Link is offering a fish, and she just wants to fight. What's the point?
Yeah, man. Link, the very famous fisherman hero.
Yes. I mean, if she doesn't like fishes, she's not the one.
Truly. And also, I mean, come on, she's a pirate. They live in Great Bay. Like, this is your main export.
Yeah. You should see,
Oh man, that fish.
Oh, it's a fish. Oh.
Dude, I will say, the fact that they keep skullfishes in tanks is so aggressive.
I mean,
Like,
it's maybe to dissuade others. You're like, we have skullfishes. You sure you want to mess with us?
it absolutely works as a defense against the protecting the eggs, in the sense that it is very annoying to deal with. And very nice recoil from both of them. Tuerkenheimer just got it there. Lets you skip the pirate fight in this area. I love that recoil. It's a fun one. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kai going for turtle cutscene skip, and he hit it. Very nice. Biggest thing about turtle cutscene skip is, well, one, if you missed it, it's a 45-second time loss. That sucks. But two, essentially the camera kind of gets swapped, so you're immediately pause buffering it, and then you're doing a side hop afterwards, and you're just pause buffering that. Kai now going for the second cutscene skip, pirate cutscene skip here. He's doing a lineup to get with the turtle, and he's trying to get to the very edge, like right on the butt of it. And he's holding left. Oh, he didn't get it though.
Oh.
So he's gonna have to watch this cutscene. So that's an opportunity for Turken to gain some time. This is like about a 20-second cutscene as well. What he was trying to do.
This game is so long.
Yes, this game is long. But so PCS is basically like if you go on the turtle's butt, you could get not in the cutscene loading zone, so you could buffer a bomb time stop using your Zora mask as your cutscene item, and then you're able to basically just walk into the area, walk to the main body of the turtle, and then pause buffer walking into the load zone. So hopefully we'll see Turken hit turtle cutscene skip and then successfully, or at least try to go for pirate cutscene skip. But Kai's entering the first dungeon now. We are off. Like at this point on, the run is just non-stop momentum.
I mean, we're not really going to see much of the first dungeon anymore.
No, we aren't. We see enough. We see Georg.
We see the big fish. I mean, at this point, Link is pretty much a fisherman.
Yeah, he's definitely a fish man.
Oh.
Kai going for the very nice, like little seam entry. I knew Turken posted lol, and I was worried about that. So he didn't get the cutscene skip here. We also have one for New Wave Bossa Nova, where basically when the eggs are loaded, all you have to do is pull out the ocarina and you'll get the song. So afterwards, you could either mash start or mash ocarina or both. And you could use that to Song of Soaring Out, but Turken did not get the pause, so he's eating this cutscene. Probably around 20 seconds as well.
Sadly it evens out.
Yeah, but we get jazz. We get fish jazz, and in the end, we're the real winners.
That's a good way to look at it.
Oh, I have to watch more of the game? I'm okay with that. I mean, I definitely understand for the speedrunners that don't want to do it. That. I totally understand. So Georg is basically going to be bull rushing the main stage. You want to hit him either with a hook shot, because we don't have bow and arrows, or Zora boomerangs, which is faster but harder. And here we can make it really easy. You can like time Zora swimming with the way Georg moves. Oh, I love Bossa Nova Turkin. Oh no.
Bossa Nova is great.
Oh wait, I'm worried why you said that. Is he not gonna hit this cutscene skip? No!
Oh! When are we going to have jazz person?
Oh yeah, we get jazz. Yeah, jazz percent. I love it. All right, Kai should hopefully be finishing off Georg with this. Yeah. So because Turkin did not hit PCS turtle cutscene skip, I think it's not faster to go for pirate cutscene skip, because you would still need to watch the cutscene on entering Zora Hall. So we might just see him immediately hookshot and go straight to the temple. Yeah, and Kai's ahead of his PB.
Oh, by 20 seconds.
At
Nice.
least I think. Let me double check. I'm always curious to know. 133.54. No, that's not okay. So his PB is a 131.19.
Oh,
So this is like a race kind of, or previous one. Yeah, since I remember he was going for sub 130, sub 1 hour 30 minutes.
which is still a nice time.
Yeah, well, 131 is great. I know he had some other stuff come up too. It's understandable.
So now we have Kai watching the first giant cutscene.
Yes, and this is absolutely unskippable in the sense that we can skip it, but if you do, you will not unlock the Oath to Order. The only way to unlock it, which is the only way to go to the moon without using an SRM of any kind, is by defeating the 4 temples and getting the Oath to Order and calling it at the end. But after this, we are going to skip every time we beat a boss, we're going to see some sort of Song of Time. Basically, we'll see how it's done. It's called Song of Time Storage, and we'll be able to use that, activate it in the boss right before we defeat them, and then as we collect the remains, you press yes to save and immediately reset your console, and that'll save your cycle. And you'll be able to go on to the next without watching the cutscene that really won't do anything, because like you don't need to be in the purified area. You want to move on to the next one.
Shout out to that giant. It's the only one.
Yeah, he's a great singer.
He is. I mean, when I was playing that when I was younger, I didn't like his way to sing. And they speak very slowly.
Very slowly. Not great for time save. Turkin went for an interesting setup. He was using ESS turns. But that should be good. The angle looks good. Yeah, very nice. And if we were to get Bo, we'd be able to do a cutscene skip for Georg, but based on our current inventory in ADR, we cannot. So that's why we both have to watch it. Kai getting some bombs, and then now we're off to a Woodfall, where we're finally going to get the bow, and hopefully defeat a Dolwa pretty quickly, and then would be 2 out of the 4 dungeons completed already.
We are less than 1 hour in.
Yeah.
To say how fast that is. So now it's big fish time for Turkin.
Yes. Looks like he has hookshot out. Yeah, so he's going to go for that. He's not going to try to go for Zora time save. I think that's smarter. You don't want to drop that. Georg can easily kill you if you get put in his mouth. Oh, Turkin swam past him, though.
Ah.
Uh-oh. He should be fine. He should be able to get by using the corner so he doesn't get eaten up. Georg really bad about corners. Like, cannot turn for the life of him.
And he's quite bulky. You can explain it.
Exactly. Oh man, that was like last frame. Nearly got in his head. So now Turkin's, yeah, much better where he's got spacing between the wall and him, but he swam back. He only got... Oh no, it's fine. He got,
he got it.
I really need a little bit of game audio. I'm still laughing at Turkin. I hope you like Bossa Nova. I knew it. Alright, so this should be fine. Just 2 clean hits from him. Kind of getting up on and riding up and down. And there we go. Pretty clean, other than that first miss.
Things that can happen. That's of the competition.
Definitely. So Kai is going to use that Zora clipping that we used to talk about, or that we talked about for the guards, right here in that corner. Okay. Wow, that was a really fast one once he got in. But yeah, you basically like boost with your spacing to get into the pillar, and then he was able to get a really fast ocarina dive. And he played Song of Time, but then immediately he voided out. That Song of Time is saved, so if he brings up text, you know, presses something on his menu, he's going for 2-bomb staircase here too. Very nice.
Oh,
That's a great staircase hover.
going fast and first right.
Yeah, and that's a ledge clip there by pause buffering to like the first frame where he's kind of grabbing. So then he should be doing Woodfall Bosky skip. That's 1 mega flip back and then 2 side hops, mega side hops. Let's see if he does that. Yep. Mega side hop right, unlocks the camera, retargets, and then does a mega side hop left holding. Oh, missed that one. But he's fine. Very clean. Yeah, 5. He had 5 bombs extra, so he was fine with that.
Absolutely. Kai is routing very well. I mean, Turken is very nice at what he's doing on that, but sadly he had some bad luck.
Yeah. Some just like big time loss, just some cutscenes, man. That's just how this game can be.
Okay, so now we can see the song storage on
Yes,
Kai's
yeah.
part.
And he brings it up now because when the boss is dead, you actually can't bring up Song of Time. But you can before, like, when they're alive. And it'll stay up, too. But it means, you can't get the heart piece here, heart container, because it'll clear the text. But he grabs it, he presses A, and he resets. And that looked good, I think. Woodfall is definitely one of the hardest ones to learn, but it's really fun.
Those
I
mega
like that
flips
one.
in the void are very
Yes.
scary.
Definitely, and it's like if you fail it, you lose the bombs on the pillar climb, the pillar hover, as well as then the mega flip. So like you really don't have many chances to do it from the upstairs. And then you can do a downstairs boss key skip, but that uses like 20 chews. It's really a lot of explosives.
Yeah, and if you void out again, I think you have to redo the song storage, right?
Yeah, there's a relatively fast, not really that fast backup, but you could do a backup that involves like using action swap in order to open the door, so you don't have to do like the torch mini game thing in the middle, and then you could also do a weird shot to get the boss key skip, to get the boss key without doing the boss key fight. So you could do it without a boss key skip, but it takes time.
So Kai lost a bit of time on the gainers there. Didn't get it immediately,
No.
but he's still way ahead.
Yeah, he's multiple cutscenes ahead at this point. He did TCS, New Wave Bossa Nova, and Macau walking up. And like that's the thing with this game, man. It's not necessarily a big mistake, but like in Mario 64, you could have a death that could be maybe 15 seconds, maybe a bit more. Like here, it's very common that you'll just have minute-long, 45-second-long mistakes from just one pause.
Yeah, this category doesn't let you go. If you make one mistake, you're behind.
Yeah. So Kai is going to be doing now, we're going to Swamp Fairy Fountain. We're going to be doing another alternate exit, like we saw at the very beginning. This time, though, we won't be doing mega flips. We'll just be doing hovers, because we just bought a lot of explosives. And we're going to use that. That'll take us to Snowhead, actually. And then we'll do what's called Lullaby Skip, which is pretty infamous. It's basically you're supposed to get Goron Mask and Goron Lullaby in order to make the wind calm down, but we said, nah, that's kind of slow. So we do something else instead.
And this one is scary.
Yeah.
It's even more scary than the boss skip of Swan, to be honest.
Biggest thing I would say is that it requires RNG is the biggest difference. Like, you can do the Bosky skip, and it's entirely up to you whether it works or not. The dragonflies can come on there and make your life hell because you'll try to target them. But besides that, this you'll see. So he's going to come out and immediately the wind is going to start blowing. But remember what we said about ISG, that you can fall off ledges? Oh, wow. When you're swinging your sword? That was very clever. So you have a lot of chews here. So he did a chew ISG by exploding it off of that snowball and then slashing his sword, or crouch stabbing, I should say. And he used that bomb to clear that snowball. And basically you have two kinds of cycles. You have snowball cycles and you have wind cycles. Wind basically has an RNG about like how often it blows or how long the gaps are in between gusts. Yeah. And then snowballs, you know the timing. But by blowing up that first snowball, you oh no. Rough from Tuerkenheimer failing that pillar clip.
Oh no.
But yeah, the snowballs, you know what they're gonna be like, you know their timing. So by blowing up one of them, you actually just remove that snowball from the equation entirely.
So what we didn't mention is that SG, since allows you to hover, it also allows you to not fall from edges. That's why you get blown by the wind, but it doesn't fall off.
Exactly. Yeah, same application. Because when you're always swinging, you know. Turken has just barely enough. I think he's realizing, yeah, he doesn't have enough explosives for this. Because you need to have two bomb chews in order to unlock the camera. So he might just be doing he's going for more bombs. But, so then he has to use a staircase hover or go off of the flower in order to initiate his hover. To do the pillar climb, and then he's going to need to use both of those chews in order to unlock the cam, or in order to stop his mega flips, I should say. It's a lot now you have to do. Like, when you fail this trick, it is hard, man.
Kaya had a bit of a hard time getting in Snowhead, but now we got it. Because the wind was blowing by short intervals. So.
Yeah, you still need that space in order to do your back walk or your side hops.
And he did the block skip. Nice.
Oh, did he get the action swap? Yeah, he did.
He did.
So that gives you basically, instead of a Deku stick, it gives you somehow, some way, the option to shoot a fire arrow out of your Deku stick. We don't really get it. But you could use that to melt your ice block, and it was pretty good Scarecrow skip from Kai. It's a pretty, like, you have to set up for that carefully because it's a really precise aim. Alright, Tuerken.
He's getting low on health as well, so let's hope those dragonfly don't come near.
Shouldn't. I'm trying to see what he's doing right now. Did he fall really far? Oh, it's a really long hover up to the pillar. Okay, he got that in a one pause. His crit health cam is definitely making the aiming harder. I think he knows this though. I think he's fine.
Because that's something I learned recently as well. When you have low health, you have the crit wiggling, I think it's called.
Yes.
Which is
exactly
every 100 frame, I think it inputs something.
I don't know that specific detail, but what you really need to, it's important because like when you target a wall with L, oh my gosh, this setup's crazy. You like might just like wiggle out instead of directly targeting that wall. Did he get this? He got it. Okay, good shit. Wow. That was really, I mean, he was down to one bomb. If he didn't get that, it was over. He would have had to get the Bosky. It took time, but that was really good on him.
Made the most out of it.
Absolutely.
That's what speedrun is all about.
Yeah, that clutchness.
Stay fit.
You see that clutchness? I am
He
clutch.
didn't activate the text box though.
No, he's saving it for now. As long as he's alive, you can bring it up.
Okay. So it's depending on the person.
Yeah. And Kai just going for a straight on hover, not using any megas because he only has one bomb. So I hope this works. Oh,
did it.
wow. That was sharp too, but he got it. Or explosive count perfect.
Let's go for the goat.
So yeah, the way that boss key skip works in Snowhead is that door is just really poorly programmed. The corners are really, really easy to just go around and go out of bounds there. So you're just kind of like abusing that diagonal. And fighting Goat is very different. We don't use Goron to roll around. We kind of find the spot. He's too far right. You're trying to look for that like kind of black spot where you're able to shoot Goat but aren't triggering his lightning. And then you're just using your like 159 or whatever you want to do it for. But what you're doing is you're basically being very safe with all of your shots. Wow, that stalactite got really close. And then as you stand in still for so long, you make him charge at you. And he charges into where the really fast death animation is, and you're able to walk right into his remains. But that stalactite nearly fell and blocked where the arrow would have been, and then it would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, that's a good RNG he got now. And did Turken got the first try gainer?
Yep.
Nice. Unbuffered. I'm always impressed by the unbuffered gainers.
I take out the springs in my controllers to make gainers easier.
Oh.
Because in GameCube controllers, you don't use the springs for anything. It doesn't like give any signal. Some games do. So like Twilight Princess, if you want to, like I was playing, I couldn't play it casually on my controller. I needed something with springs in there. But for Zelda speedruns, I really do recommend it. I also have some hand problems, so it helps a lot with less strain.
I didn't know about that. Okay, so now Kai is going to get the chest again, right?
Yes, exactly. We need to get more explosives.
And
fast first, yeah. Alright, Turken's doing now a lullaby skip. We'll see how the wind cooperates for him as well.
Let's hope he gets better RNG for the entrance.
Yeah, at the end especially. Yeah, I love to see the I love to see tight races. Oh, okay, so Kai is now doing something that if you have only watched the game in like the past history and you don't really know some of the newer tricks, here's one that might kind of surprise you. So this trick, remote hook shot or like milk shot if you want to call it. Oh no, Turken! He didn't clip out of bounds. He was just not quite in the seam. So he had to use now like 4 explosives. Is he gonna be okay here? He might have to rotate to do his mega flips.
Oh, I think he...
Yeah, he is. So instead of doing his 5 side hops, he's going to try to do 2 mega flips back like we saw in the swamp area, or the ocean. Oh, yeah, he failed that one.
Oh.
Ocean to Ikana. Alt exit. Just 1 frame late, I believe, on the roll. Or 1 frame early.
Okay, got that one.
Yeah, 1 more.
I think it was too early, but like...
No, that one's good. What?
Okay, good.
That cam was weird. That cam
Very.
was super weird.
I thought he missed it, but no. Fortunately,
Yeah,
he didn't.
that's great. I'm really happy that he didn't have to reset that cycle. Hopefully the wind cooperates with him, though, and he gets us all first try. So, Kai, he's just coming up now to Stone Tower. Normally in the past, you know, back in like 2012, when ZFG ran this category, this was just any percent in 2012, 2013, there was a hover, basically, in order to get all the way up, and you would do hovers, you would do mega flips, you use your hook shot. We basically consolidated all of that with this mega hook shot trick called remote hook shot. And the way it works is you can see there's 2 bottles like equipped, and we have the hook shot equipped. The way it works is when you drink milk, and you have a second bottle equipped, you actually won't put the bottle away after you drink it. So we're lining up the hookshot with the very top of that block. And then you're drinking while holding hookshot. So that interrupts it. We're then going to walk forward, don't activate the switch, don't get hit, and don't roll to make sure the state is saved. We're then going to wait until this boulder's kind of past us, because the way this works is we have two boulders kind of falling and rolling at the same time. So we found the first one falling, buffering this this backflip, pulling out the first frame we land on the very bottom of the block. Boom! Just like that, after all that setup, that lets you just go flying. Something to do with as you're pulling the hook shot and getting hit by the boulder. It's weird, but it works.
Yeah, it's the famous milk jump.
Yep, exactly. But again, pretty new. It's really a big reason, like, it came with the development of ADR as kind of like a category, a bit of a throwback, more restrictions. Yeah, so it's definitely not quite 2012 but...
Oh, definitely
Alright, no. Kai, very nice sunblock clip from him there in Stone Tower, and I don't entirely know how that works, but you're lining up with the very left of the door, right where it just begins to say open, dropping a bomb, and then going up to the corner, then holding A, and like that bomb pushes you right through the corner. Zora Link enters his swimming state or diving state. Works out very cleanly.
This game is held up with glue. Sometimes.
Also, I'm not entirely sure. So I guess Turken failed. He needed more bombs. So he went and just farmed them. Because I don't think he really has choose. Rather than resetting a cycle.
So now he's trying... Oh, he got the weird shot to 75.
Yep.
And now we're in the Kamikaze Goron room.
Yeah, the Nejiron. Kamikaze Goron. And yeah, they're very good to farm for bombs. The first one didn't give, the second one did give. We want around 10 here.
Oh,
You don't need that many.
RNG.
Yeah, terrible RNG. He's 1 for 4 in there. Alright, 2 for 5. I want to say it was like 60% chance there. I really don't know. I'm
Almost.
just pulling that.
He just passed the 50%.
Alright, and that so weird shots have 2 frames. You could do them on. The first frame sends you really far down. The second frame sends you basically forward. So he got a first frame both of these tries. Oftentimes you'll see someone go for a second frame on that most recent one, the one to get across the gate. But he just stood farther back, so he shot down and was able to aim.
Yeah, those weird shots are always amazing because it's such a weird mechanic.
And it's crazy. Like, we do down left weird shots. There are also weird mechanics from like a hold down weird shot, a left weird shot. Like, game gets weird. And I know it's in the name, but still.
Yes.
All right, let's hope for a good wind RNG now from Turken. So he's going to be lining up with the mountains, or he's lining up behind. He's just doing the backwards of it. Waits for the wind to blow, pulls the bomb. Waits until the 4th. That's actually the frame. It's like the 4th slow flash, the 2nd frame. So as it just starts to warm up, and that wind will work.
Oh, yes. Did.
Should get one more to blow him all the way left. No, he wants to get between the ramp and the wall, so not quite the best wind. 2 chews back, then 1 more backflip. Oh, he was a little too far to the left, so he had to use 3. Good recognition, though. Better use an extra chew than fail.
Yeah. For me, I was sure it was good, but...
I'm not sure. I know you do too as you're much closer, and he wasn't that close to the slope, like as it's low, so it's possible. Again, he already had to refresh or go to farm more bombs.
Yeah, so better be...
Oh, that's...
Oh, no!
He might be able to live this, though. No, he gets blown the wrong way!
Good thing they are on Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no!
Unfortunate.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, if you're in English, you would go right back to the owl statue at the beginning and you'd have to do an owl hiss. Turken is also just running out right away. It's usually a bit easier. Oh no, he used that bomb. It's usually easier to go into the cave first.
Oh no, that's very
Oh
unfortunate.
no, that's really bad. He's using up 2 bombs now. Yeah, so that's why he's just doing that. He still has enough, but it's hard. He's gonna have to farm more bombs, assuming he makes it in the temple.
The mountain is tough on him.
Yeah. Alright, Kai going now to Twin Mold. He did it the extended bow, which I didn't get to talk about. I'll talk about it when Turken does it. But lets him activate the red rupee, basically, to flip the statue, or the temple. Then Igor is a pretty disappointing boss, honestly, or a
Yes.
mini boss.
When you play in a speedrun, it is really disappointing. I remember casually I had a hard time getting, like, how do I kill him?
Oh, I mean, for sure. And if you run a glitchless any percent, doing early Igor is very difficult because you have only a small magic bar and you have to hit him with 1 light arrow to stun him and then another to damage him. And he has a pretty small, weird hitbox. So it definitely can still be hard, but when you're able to use the recoil flips with the bomb like Kai did, you could really just go over there and kill him with 2 light arrows or 2 bombs. It's pretty simple. Wind
He's
molds and
really-
boss key skip.
He is getting really consistent weird shots.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's still pause buffering it. You could do them unbuffered on Japanese without really fear of crashing, but it's definitely safer to buffer it.
Second
All right,
try,
that'll
second
do it.
try.
So Turken needs to get a fast ISG here. Oh, and he didn't get it, but he gets blown. No, wrong way. This is tough for him. It's awful. I hate that.
It's getting the worst. Oh my god.
Yeah, lullaby skip can be very simple if everything goes right, but man, the game really wants you to get Goron Mask and Goron Lullaby and be slow. Wow, and Kai demonstrating just how weird Twin Mold's hitbox is. That tail definitely looks like it should have hit, but it just went right past him. Takes 4 hits plus the bomb in order to kill Blue. See, that one too. What, did that one hit?
It's so wacky.
Definitely wacky. Definitely just like, what the hell, man? The way it works is I took a look at that tail on KZ. And by the way, I'll give a quick plug for this. If you ever want to learn Majora's Mask, there's some great tutorials on there for this category. Truly None did a great one I'd recommend learning from. And for practice, we have KZ. Unfortunate. Yeah, Turken just has to reset the cycle now.
Oh no.
But KZ is a great training mod that gives you access to all these resources and also gives you save states now, hitbox detector. It's great. Can let you learn so much faster than you used to be able to do with the Gecko codes or Zelda codes today. So Zelda codes is still great for other things.
It lets you play frame by frame as well,
Yes.
which is very useful.
Yeah, always give thanks to the people who work on these training software, because believe me, games just in general would not be able to develop as quickly, or players get better without those.
Yeah, it would take so much longer.
Kai with a pretty clean twin mold overall. Wasn't too scary. Not perfect, but still quite good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was.
it's few arrows, but with this kind of boss, it's always expected.
Absolutely. And well, all 4 of the dungeons have been finished by one of our runners. We need to see another lullaby skip coming in from Turken, but we're gonna see Kai try to enter the bomb tower using some hovers and then fight Majora, our boss.
Yeah, now they going to hover directly inside the loading zone, right?
Right, yeah, we're gonna go in there. Oh, I forgot. We have some RNG first, though. So if you guys like possible run equalizers, let's find out how many tries it takes Kai to get first try, or to get bomb drops. Because if it's his first, area of bushes, that's a good chunk of time. but second, it's already okay. But by third, by fourth, fifth, like it could be really bad. So you just need one bomb drop here.
It's very slower than going for the ruby chest.
Yeah, because in the end, if you go and get first, second, or third, or it's especially first and second, it's fine. But it's not first.
Maybe second?
Maybe second. Second is definitely fine.
Oh,
there we go. It's second. See, since second, you're right in the area of West Clocktown. By the third, you have to go farther away. But first and second are totally fine.
Yeah, because you skip all the entering the shop and the chest animation, I think.
Mm-hmm. And the dog is joining us too. You've heard of the Twilight Princess speedrun hold the dog %. We kind of do that here. Don't worry about that. We're just getting ISG off of the dog. It's totally fine. I don't feel it. And then we also use the dog in order to unlock the camera for us. And that lets us turn around and do this hover into the clock tower. Since normally we would need bomb chews in order to unlock the cam, but then we would get the rupee chest like you were talking about, and it's slow. Fast Fairy Fountain alt exit though from Tuerkenheimer.
Oh.
I think that was a fast wind, honestly. I think that was an early wind.
Okay, maybe he's doing... Oh.
That one, though, he needs to make sure that his angle doesn't do where the bomb just falls off that time. So he needs to quickly... Yeah, see, that's why he knows. He doesn't want to lose. At least I think that's why. Yeah. See, that one should be fine. And he gets first try ISG on that one, so...
Okay. He's getting terrible lullaby skips, sadly.
Oh, I know. The RNG is not being nice.
Yeah, the game doesn't want him to get it.
Dude, game's mean. Sometimes.
Totally.
Well, let me say this. The game doesn't care. The game will just do what the game will do. Oftentimes, it can be mean. I don't think it means anything by it, though.
Oh, but... let's see how the S goes.
Doesn't get that one. I think it might have been, I don't know if it was early or late. It was just one frame, though.
Okay, let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, since the way it works, the things he's buffering for is you look for the fourth slow flash on the second one as it's just starting to do it. Then you wait till his feet are directly in the air, and you're holding back until that point. Then you let go to make the stick neutral. Oh, good. That was good timing from him. He got the ground jump, but he still got ISG afterwards. And then you're buffering for when you land to buffer your roll. Might be one frame early? I think it's normally one frame late when you kind of like looks like you take damage, but it's one frame early if you do the ground jump.
I think he's going for a Hess. No?
He can. So, okay. In the fastest form of this route, actually, in the fastest way that ADR does, like in the world record by Pope, you actually skip the RNG by doing a hover all the way up.
Oh.
Because you have, 20 chews, 10 bombs, or whatever you do it with. Oh, that's so annoying. How many bombs does he have? He has no bombs. Yeah. So now he's going to soar to get bombs, I guess, at the Marine lab again. Or no, he's doing I don't even know about that.
No?
Because Zora Cape, he still hasn't gotten the cutscene activated by walking into Zora Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't do TCS, but whatever. It's hard to find a good setup to just load bombs. I guess for this it is better just because it's closer. And he's going to want a full 20 at this point, or at least 15. He should do for a full 20, because he lost a few chews as well.
Oh, he lost only one. But
You're
still,
right.
Yeah, he wants to be topped up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, only one. Yeah, and this is actually the fastest. You eat the cutscene, but it's fine. It's a lot faster than the Marine Lab, I think. And then one more. So Kai's almost done with this very long cutscene. It's
And we see the other giants that we never saw before. Who are they?
Right. What? There's 3 more of you?
I knew.
Oh, speaking of ragdoll effects, throwback from first
Oh, yeah.
cycle.
I'm not totally shaking. Ah.
Dude, this game is so cool. Just like canonically, I really do love that the speedrun is so different from it as a story.
There's not really any story in the speedrun.
Yeah, but there are definitely some games that the story isn't unique enough or such a draw to the game. Like some games, it really is more the gameplay than the story. This game, I really feel like it's both.
Oh yeah. For me, in the speedrun, you have maybe too much cutscenes.
Too much what?
That's the game. Too much cutscenes.
Oh yeah. Well, again, it
This
depends what
category, I
level
think.
of glitches you want to do. Because believe me, you can do, if you want to do all dungeons SRM, you can literally warp into cutscenes and cut them in half or 2/3 or whatever. Like we warp into Zora Mask cutscene, like at the very end with SRM.
Wow.
Yeah, I just personally didn't like AD SRM when I ran it. That was before Warp SRMs because I liked the limitations. And with Chest SRM, we really unlocked any limitation. Unbuffered Megas here. Turkin's just going for gold. I dig it.
Oh,
Nice.
is Kai going for? Yeah, he got it.
Turkin
last
dealing with the
bomb.
wall. It's a good time for it though. Like since you can't really use your bomb to great effect in Majora, you can by actually dropping a bomb in the flower, in the middle of the room. That's a weird glitch that actually will like damage Majora phases 2 and 3.
But he was
We don't really
immune
know why.
to bomb damage.
It's so
Yeah.
weird that it's literally like he could be across the stage, but that flower somehow transmits to him or her. I'm not really sure what Majora is.
A demon?
Yeah, good point. Good point. True.
Demons have genders.
I'm an ultra powerful being.
Duncan is really struggling, sadly. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
unfortunately, I know this super slide is not working out. You got this, Turkin.
oh. I hope it's going to go well. I hope it's the last roadblock he faces.
He's just waiting. That position is so weird when you don't leave. Well, you don't like re-enter the cave.
Oh.
Kai is just
You're
shooting an
going to
extra light arrow, I think, to waste some magic, if I know right. Yeah. Because you could sometimes equip fire arrow there, but it depends what you're trying to do. If you want to keep light arrow equipped for Wrath, it's a possibility. Turkin also didn't blow up that snowball with the bomb, so if he makes it past, we'll see he'll have to avoid one more. So Majora Phase 2 runs around. You want to use your Zora Lightning and hope he runs into you, and he did for Kai. So now Kai gets his Deku Jump Slash as a power crouch stab, which we didn't really get to talk about, but basically in Japanese, crouch stab is assigned to the move you most recently did. The strongest one you have available is Jump Slash with a Deku stick. So that's why he's just doing that and using it a lot, and makes it quite easy. I think Turkin is.
Dance for Majora.
Yeah,
I feel bad for Turkin.
me too. It's unfortunately though, like, it's such a stupid trick in that way, or not stupid. It's tough because sometimes it's you, sometimes it's RNG, and you got to have it overlap where everything cooperates. Oh, a little too fast on the hit stun lock from Kai, and now a Dolwa came to play.
Oh, did Turkin just crash?
I think that was an intentional crash.
Oh.
Is my guess. I mean, it's not over for Kai. He definitely could die in this boss, but it's
Yeah.
still a lot to overcome, and I understand the frustration.
Of course. Yeah, I think I would get frustrated. I would have gotten frustrated a long time ago.
Yeah. Now he's just trying to do quick spins. Yeah, kind of not really sure what to do, but he hasn't really lost
Switch
health.
targeting.
Yeah, he needs to be careful though. He can't shield with stick and expect to be saved by it. Keeps light arrows equipped so he can so Majora won't run away.
Oh, I did do that.
Because Majora
Oh,
he
no.
did die. Switch targeting. No! Oh right, because you downloaded you had to like reinstall JP. So if you guys don't know, you could have switch targeting, which means like you just press target once and it'll lock onto the enemy. And then in order to untarget or switch, you press L and it'll switch. As opposed to hold, which is you find the guy, you hold your target, and it'll stay locked onto them. And if you want to drop it, you just let go of target. I think Turkin just said GG.
Did he?
I don't know. He's rebooting now, but
Oh my god. Is he going to try again? You think?
maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. He's booting up KZ, so he might be just doing practice. Yeah, a huge headache. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your run.
Yeah, and I'm also sorry about the headache.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to give a shout out to his dedication because I would have gave up a long time ago.
Dude, he was really like a lot of resilience, a lot of endurance. And who knows, maybe Turkin will be working on something fun in the meantime.
Maybe he's going to do some exhibition.
Yeah. Alright, so Kai for phase 1 on Majora's Mask, you're basically alternating your boomerangs with either light arrows, fire arrows, or jump slashes. Just something to knock him down to the ground with some damage and then damage him further. For Wrath, we're going to see that same thing. You hold shield and B in order to just do some lightning on the ground and hope he runs into you. Oh, very close, but not again this time.
Didn't sadly.
And just light arrows, so it does that. What?
Wait.
Huh? I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Oh.
Since I'm pretty sure that wipes his power crouch stab. So, okay, you need to hold down and target. OMG, please.
The switch targeting.
Oh. Oh, I see. I think he's doing that to unlock his target. That's so funny. Okay, you can just use quick spins at this point, or not. That should be fine where he is positioned to continue quick locking him. Or, yeah.
Okay,
Hit stun locking.
He only has 1 heart left, so...
Yeah, 1 heart is tough to deal with, but it's still doable.
With
Obviously.
Mold Majora?
Yeah. Light arrows in the middle of the room is risky because of that. So the way this boss works is you kind of want to be in the corner because when the bosses are... He's doing that in order to unlock his target again. That's so funny.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be doing this for like 30 times. He really doesn't know how to unlock the cam with switch targeting, or unlock.
I think you can just...
He's going to die!
You can just press again to unlock it, right?
Yeah, you want to hold down and target to unlock
on
it.
switch targeting, I think you press once and it targets,
okay.
and if you repress it, it untargets. I think that's
so.
how
The way it
works.
will work is you'll do one press to target, and then the next press will do switch targeting, so it'll just lock onto the next thing in the area.
Oh my god.
So that's why you want to do down and target, which undoes the targeting entirely. I'm gonna tell him.
I don't know how to do this with switch targeting. I don't know. I play with old.
I need to log in a separate window. Can you hear me? Thanks for
Down
you.
and tired. Yeah. Thank you, Swift.
I learned to do some tricks with switch targeting at first because it's like the default, even though it's definitely harder. That trick is pretty hard, as well as like Woodfall boss key skip, the pillar climb, because you could end up like targeting the dragonfly and switching your cam around entirely.
Oh yeah, it would mess you up.
It
Oh my
could.
God.
As a switch targeting main, there are dozens of us. ZFG, I believe, is switch targeting user.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
We see Turken has messed a bit with the values.
Yeah, he's changed some stuff. It looks like he's added like H boots, or not quite F boots, but almost.
Moon jumping.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, he needs to be careful. If he gets hit as Zora, he dies. The way it works is it's basically like fire, and if fire touches Deku Link or Zora Link, it's an insta death, and it just voids them out. So you need to be careful to not hold shield, because that mechanic, that beam is done where the mechanic would be like it locks onto you when you shield because it expects you to have a mirror shield, and that way you could play like a game of reflect with the mirror shield. But when you have Zora, it just snaps to you and you burn. Oh, whoa! That twisted backflip was sick. Or like, I don't even know what that was. Turken's goofing around. I love it. That's so cool.
Just messing up.
Yeah, that's really cool memory manipulation.
Oh, he's out of the loading zone.
Oh, wow. Game's a little choppy for me right now on Kai's part.
Which just he knocked Majora to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
If you have trouble, just reload. It should solve the thing.
Oh, he just broke his stick.
Yeah.
He better hope that he... Oh gosh, that's pretty tough to deal with. It's not that tough. He can still use jump slashes, but it makes it a lot harder.
It's longer, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, exactly. It's not harder, it's just more hits. But he got to phase 3, so assuming he doesn't die to Wrath here... See, I was saying it too, Kai, but you don't have audio on because you can't hear me. And this computer isn't logged in for me. Oh, the shield.
Oh, no.
He should be fine,
He
though.
got it. Nice.
Nice.
141. He's still
Well,
a nice
GG.
time.
Yeah, yeah, all
GG.
things considered. I mean, especially when you look at the time loss just on Majora alone.
GG to both racers.
Definitely GG to both Kai and Tuerkenheimer.
GG indeed.
Not necessarily the. It's not like the category these guys are most recently running to, so it's really cool to see them come out here. They both made it really far. Again, this is losers semis. We're like really close, right at the end of this tournament. But yeah, maybe we can get one of the runners or both of them.
I'm gonna ask him.
Cool. This is a very fun. This category was really great. It came in at a good time when kind of like there wasn't as much of an emphasis on no SRM runs. Again, nothing against SRM, but it definitely was nice to be a bit of a throwback and kind of like bring people from all different like times of when they played the game.
Yes. I mean, SRM also has a skill cap, let's say. You have to be skilled and know what you're doing to do SRM, which might drive people away from the category.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, it definitely has a higher skill floor. Just to like pick up and actually do the runs, you have to learn it. But I think this game is awesome and there's room for all of it. As long as people are playing Zelda, man, it's always good.
Yeah.
Especially Majora's Mask, 'cause I love this game.
Oh, me too. It's in my top 3 easily.
Yeah, it's my number one.
Number 1. It's my number 2.
I apologize, but you're both wrong.
Huh?
Oh, why?
What is it, Trez? What do you think?
It's the best Zelda game, definitely is TP.
No.
It's
I'm not
fair.
going
It's a
for
fair thing to say. I disagree, but it's a fair thing to say.
It's my top 3.
It's the only
Let's start
valid.
over.
It's the only valid option.
Beyblade, that's fair. Sometimes you just gotta let it rip. I
Yeah,
understand.
that's fair.
Hey, Tuerkenheimer.
Yo,
Hey,
what's
Tuerken.
up?
Hey, Kai.
It was just a matter of time since until I get the classic lullaby skip meltdown.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry for your run. It was going pretty well before that.
Yeah. Well, not really, but it went alright.
Mhm.
But then I don't know what happened with lullaby skip. I completely lost focus.
Hello?
It's a weird trick. It's since it's RNG and skill, and the stars got to align in the end.
The wind wasn't nice with you on that one.
And that was just during several elements of the jig, my head just turned off completely for a few seconds sometimes.
Mhm.
And yeah, there was not really anything I could have done.
For sure. And hey, Kai, congrats, nice run overall.
Hey, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, GG.
unfortunately, I had switch targeting on. I didn't know, so when I got to Majora, I had a little bit of trouble, but I was.
Dude, I kept saying.
Yeah.
That was funny though.
Yeah, it was a
was.
little funny. I was a little nervous about not being able to fight Majora, but yeah, unfortunate. Clark, did you? What? I didn't really get to see what happened. Was it like lullaby skip?
Yeah, so Tuerkenheimer, if you want to talk about it, Tuerken?
Well, yeah, I got stuck in lullaby skip completely for half an hour
Oh damn.
and lost
Lullaby skip can
focus.
be like that sometimes.
What was the question?
Oh, I said yeah, lullaby skip can really do that sometimes.
Yeah. It did not happen to me that bad before,
Yeah,
but yeah.
that's okay.
That's also the nice thing about at the fastest level that you could just do the hover, but I don't really know how it works. I imagine it's not really that race safe because you use everything, so that's one shot or nothing.
Are you the hover?
Yeah, can't you do a hover to do the lullaby skip?
Yeah, did Kai do that?
No,
Oh, no, I didn't.
he
do
didn't.
that.
No, I did. I was about to say
No.
nobody does that except Pope and.
Yeah, if you're going for world record, I think you'll want to do it. So, what is going on with that physics, by the way, Turkin? It almost looks like...
It's SRM glitched boots.
I was going to say it reminded me of F boots.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I called it H boots because it was like hover.
Yeah,
Oh,
I call
yeah.
them moon boots.
Moon boots, sure.
Oh, that's what I was saying, like the moon jump.
Yeah, you're right, but it's funny.
It's pretty cool. When you jump off a ledge, you get a really high boost.
Mhm. But yeah, Kai, you versus Zipo will be next round,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
winner of that versus Rubberdo. Excited for that stuff?
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. I think I was a little rusty in my last race, and this one I thought it was a pretty solid run considering I just started running again like a couple days ago. So I was pretty happy with this until Majora, but I don't. Next time I'll switch to switch targeting and I will switch it to hold. But yeah, pretty excited. I think it'll be fun.
Nice. It was cool to watch you.
Yeah, thanks Turk too. I know the race was really close in the beginning, and you were ahead of me for quite some time.
Yeah, dude,
Also-
I have no idea how I didn't lose earlier. Like that, I still made it so far. That's a miracle to me.
It was nice.
was nice. It was close in the beginning, I said. Sadly, it was starting at Great Bay to go downhill.
Yeah,
But
Macau cutscene is very long.
Bossa Nova cutscene. That's the easiest cutscene skip in the game. I somehow failed that.
Do you mash Ocarina, pause, or
Yeah.
both?
I mean, it's
Pause?
2 frames and you can mash 2 buttons. What
Yeah.
else do you want?
But hey, it's not because it's easy that you can do it every time. Even the best do some mistakes sometimes.
Dude, I have the worst thing with 2-for-1s. I'd say that's probably the worst trick for me right now. Like, it's just random things, man. Sometimes can happen.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
true.
thanks to you too, because you did great runs, and even if you didn't finish Doc, and you showed us some nice skill of yours.
Yeah.
Definitely. Are you
Alright,
guys?
then. Oh.
Sorry, just gonna say, do you guys have any like more plans of things to run with MM coming up? Any categories or things like that?
Something with SRM.
Mhm.
Even though I cannot figure out best cycle stuff without Ace.
Yeah.
But even without best cycle skip, it's pretty cool.
For sure, I'm seeing some crazy stuff already, so it'll be really cool to see those things. And Kai, are you oh my god. Are you planning on doing more like ADR stuff or just kind of like doing this for the race?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get back into it after the race, and then hopefully going for like a sub 130 ADR run, and then moving on to NMG. I think that'd be fun. It just depends if I have time to do runs or not and practice.
Yeah.
Been pretty busy lately, but things are slowing down a little bit, so I am up in the air. Hopefully, I will.
Well, nice. It's always good to see more MM runners. Like literally, it's the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Kai, how do you feel for your next race? What do you think you're going to do?
I don't know, MM's a pretty volatile game, so it's really tough. I mean, sometimes I'll, like this today, I was like actually on a pretty good, well-paced run, and so I was happy with that, but you never really know. I mean, you can miss HMS, lose a minute plus, and then just like have a pretty bad run. It's hard to, I feel good right now. We'll see what happens with the race with Zippo, though. I think it'll be fun either way.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch those for sure.
Who is going to be the next one against Kai?
So it's Zippo, the Zippo.
Mm-hmm.
And then sitting in winner's side is a Rubber Toe. And it's double elimination. So whoever wins between Kai and Zippo, if they win one race, will need to schedule another. I don't think you would do 2 in a row for it. But cool thing about double elimination, though, it really, like we're saying, it's a volatile game, so it's really cool to get that second chance and run it back.
Yeah, because RNG can already kill the run. Quite literally.
Yeah. RNG isn't the worst, but it can definitely be hard. Like as we saw for the wind.
I
that's
didn't even get
weird.
the worst RNG.
Yeah.
But well,
You are getting fast wins.
But it's like
I don't know.
like you had the super slide and it pushed you into the cave. Like it's just unfortunate timing. But yeah, I know what you mean. It could be worse.
I mean, I had it like twice and then I messed up something.
Yeah, in my run versus you, I also the wind was pretty tricky.
Yeah, didn't you also have?
Yeah, I
Problem
had to
is-
reload the area like 4 times. Or like reload like the cycle 4 times. And I failed like 2-for-1 so many times too, so I had to keep going out to get rupees. Yeah, I understand. It's tough. But yeah, really appreciate you guys coming out here and putting your best effort forth, and yeah, just having a lot of fun with Zelda.
And
Thank you guys
for,
running and keeping the speedrun alive.
Thanks. And thanks
And,
for
thanks for
commentating.
You too.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Anytime. Love watching MM. Also love talking about it.
Exactly. That's a pleasure.
Alrighty. So, from me again, thank you all of you for being here. Thank you to Gergen, to Nova for doing commentary, and GG to both Kai and Tuerkenheimer. And shoutouts to Keaton, who overslept. And I hope you all enjoyed the match. We're going to be back with more, I imagine, this week or next weekend or something. Probably really shortly. Thank you all for watching. We're going to raid over to the main channel, and that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Nice.